Returning to IT-Mate, one phone call led to a closure for a family of a Fox Hollow Farm victim. IT-Mate's Cody Fisher spoke with the family of Alan Livingston about how much it means to them that his remains were identified.
Alan Livingston was 27 years old when he disappeared in 1993. 30 years later, his family finally knows what happened to him. Livingston's family did not want to speak with me on camera, but they tell me his identification has been a roller coaster of emotions, feeling sadness and relief at the same time. They told me they always knew he was one of the victims at Fox Hollow Farm, but they just didn't have proof until their family DNA was finally matched to one of the 10,000 bone fragments found on the property of Herb Baumeister, who killed himself shortly after police served a search warrant on his property in the 90s. A phone call to the Hamilton County coroner, Jeff Jellison, is what started their journey to finally getting him identified, bringing them closure.
Huge win, but we can't spend a lot of time celebrating that.
Jellison says they can't take a lot of time celebrating this identification because of how much more work there is left to do.
10,000 remains. How many people that is, I think the number's going to be surprisingly high by the time we get done with this. There is no doubt in my mind that that incident will rank with some of the most prolific, horrific serial killings in this nation.
The biggest challenge the team of scientists working on the bone fragments face is that they were all burned and crushed, two things that can destroy DNA in a bone.
Some of these fragments just absolutely will not produce DNA for the experts in the lab. There's just no chance of that.
Jellison says they won't stop trying to identify every single piece.
There is no end. Someday I'm not going to be coroner anymore. And I hope the next coroner continues. And I hope the technology that he has available to him, he'll be able to work on those ones that we felt like weren't good candidates today.
Right now, the team working on the bones have found 4 different DNA strands that still need to be matched to the victim. To do that, they need a quick cheek swab DNA sample from family members of people who went missing in the 80s and 90s. The Livingston family tells me they encourage people to go through that process because they've experienced the benefits. Closure. If you have a family member that went missing in the 80s to early 90s, the Hamilton County Coroner's Office wants you to contact them so they can match your DNA to the bones they have. Reporting, Cody Fisher, Wish TV, IT-Mate.